Hello, hello, hello. That's right, development stuff today. I'm excited to work on this game. I haven't worked on this in a couple weeks. It's been a busy month or so. But I think I've actually got the stage pretty much finished. So it's time to start on the next part of this level. Which, thank God, for whatever reason, I did not... I wouldn't say I didn't enjoy working on this level, but it was definitely one I had trouble getting through. Needless to say, I'm ready to work on the next one. Come on. Thank you. I never hear about this game. What platform? So I'm hoping to get it onto Steam. But obviously it's not finished yet. I've got a ton of work left to do on this game. Ton of work left. Also, what's going on, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. These guys with the tridents are the worst. They ended up being way more difficult than I anticipated them to be. Oh yeah, that's fine. This is fine. Yeah, like it's I mean, it's built in the style of Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo type games. You know, that's what I grew up playing. And honestly, a lot of people just don't make those types of games anymore. I mean, you get the occasional Shovel Knight or the occasional Mighty Number 9, and not the one that they actually released. Like, there was a spin-off called, like, Mighty Burst or something, which was actually really, really good. Mighty Number 9, the game sucked. How much is the price? Dude, I have no clue. I haven't gotten to that point yet. I know that there's licensing fees and stuff with Steam that I'll have to deal with, but it's it's still a work in progress. As far as the size, I'm aiming for 12 stages, 3 parts per stage. So I'm about halfway through the actual like level content. Yeah, I'm working on the 7th stage now. But if I was gonna like put a price on this, I would say probably maybe $9.99 US dollars, $9.99. Is that one-hit games? I would love for it to be. I wouldn't care if it was a one-hit kind of game. That would be fine with me. But no. I see what you're saying. And no, you have health. You have a health bar. You can actually have up to, I want to say 12 hit points. It's been a long time since I've programmed that specific feature. But I think 12 hit points of health is the maximum you can have at any given time. Go away all this stuff. Alright, so we got a blank slate to work with now. We're going to actually increase the size of this level. Ooh. 608 9 09 609. I think, where's my mouse? Awesome, man. I appreciate the like. Thank you very much. Okay, so I gotta move my backgrounds to make them line up with the resized stage here. I gotta figure out where to start. I gotta get some background music playing too, because I can't sit here with silence. It'll drive me nuts. So, yeah, I'm making this game. I've made everything for this game. Everything from the animations to the character designs to the enemies to the programming, level design, music, sound effects, all of it. It's all been me, which I'm very proud of. I've been making games for several years. Started, I want to say, back in 2000, maybe 2007, I think, 2006, somewhere around there. But we are going to listen through the soundtrack to this game today. Because, yeah, I don't want to have to deal with any copyright garbo. Hey, what's going on, Ethan? Welcome! Welcome to the stream, dude. Good to see you, man. How are you doing today? Actually might get away with not having those moved down at all, because the rest of the background might cover them up. Only for Steam, PC, or have another planned platform. I think Nintendo Switch would be a great, friendly console. I would absolutely kill to get this game onto consoles. But because I'm an idiot and decided to build this game in GameMaker 8.1, I don't really have that option. I'm sure that there's probably a way to port it to console. I'm just not skilled enough to do so. I would literally have to hire somebody to port it for me. Playing Cyberpunk. We'll play some Metaphor later. What is Metaphor? It sounds familiar, but I don't know what that is. 20, nope. 401, me. 408. 7, 408. 408. Basically, what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to just line up this background layer here with the actual pixels that are available. So, drop that down one more pixel. Backgrounds. Yeah, what is it? What kind of game is it? The thing that's kind of nice... Thanks for the sub, dude! The thing that's kind of nice about these live streams where I'm doing these development things, it's just super chill, very laid back. You know, you just kind of shoot the shit with you guys while I also work on this. And for people that are interested in seeing what goes into game development behind the scenes, I'm sure that this could also be a place of... It's interesting to watch, I think, I guess. I don't know. I think I've made a boo-boo. 3, 2, 1. Yep, I did. I got 1, 2... Oh, this will be so much easier. Let's just open up this level. Number 6. Okay. 6... No, not that one. Shoot. Okay, there's no background for number 2? Okay, that's a choice that I've made. I'll just leave that one invisible then. It's a JRPG. Yeah, it's probably not my kind of thing. I think Steam PC will be a first great option. Yeah, so it'll... There are several things that I really wish I would have made this in GameMaker Studio 2. I own GameMaker Studio 2, as well as all of the options for porting to Switch and console. But controller support. You know how much I would love to be able to play this on a controller, dude? I mean, I can map my keyboard controls to this with no problems. And it does work. I have played it that way, and it's fucking awesome on a controller. But controller support has also been something that I have been unsuccessful at adding to this game. I am entirely self-taught when it comes to all of this stuff. So there's definite gaps in my knowledge base. Like, I wish I had traditional training for really any of the things that I've had to learn to make video games, because it's all been self-taught. Which, I mean, there's some merit to that, I think, too. You know, I guess I'm sort of proud of the fact that I've been able to teach myself some of these more complicated systems. But, like I said, there's absolutely glaring gaps in my knowledge base. Yeah, a lot of people, especially with a platform game, dude, controller support is almost mandatory. But like I said, this engine that I'm using, GameMaker Studio or GameMaker 8.1, does not have X input, which is what Xbox controllers use, and which is basically has become the industry standard as X input. It does have direct input, but almost all controllers made today use X input. You can get the occasional controller that might have direct input. I've actually got one right. Like this guy here. This controller has direct input, but it's so few and far between that it's almost not even worth putting it in, you know? I also find I'm also very stupid with the keyboard. I know, Ethan, you've been telling me you won't play Minecraft with us because you won't use the keyboard and mouse. You make me sad, son. Alright, so I need this to be at like 280 something. No, too far. 260, 250. 251. Perfection. Is that game's vibration? Nah, it absolutely has no vibration support, no controller support. Like I said, I don't really have a way of doing so. There was a point in time several years ago where there wasn't a plugin that I had that was like a really weird workaround that kind of sort of added controller support for GameMaker 8 games, but it was imperfect to say the least. 405. I bet it's gonna be 408. Everything lined up. It's looking pretty spiffy. 400. I think I'm fine with this. Beautiful, even. It's like a religious belief to me. I will not use a keyboard and mouse if I don't have to. I mean, I'm not saying you have to. You just make me sad. I would love to play Minecraft with you. I actually had almost started a Minecraft stream today. But I like I said when I first started this up, I haven't worked on this in several weeks. And I would like to get this game done eventually, because I do have ideas for the next game that I want to work on, which will definitely be built in GameMaker Studio 2, because damn it, controller support is important, as well as being able to put this on console. But I kind of want to make I know it's an overpopulated genre at the moment, but I have some interesting ideas for a farm sim that kind of takes place in the same universe as this game. So, like a sci-fi farm sim, as opposed to like a fantasy setting. I don't know, I think it'll be interesting. And if I'm being completely transparent, I want to make something that I can play with Darcy. So, what's funny is story time with Matthew, but back when I was a kid and I had first started making games, there was a game on the Wii. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like this breakout clone where you had to like go through levels and break blocks with the paddle and stuff, but you like moved through a level. It was kind of interesting, and you used the Wiimote to control shit. And it was an interesting looking game, and I really wanted to play it. But my mom told me no, I could not have it. So, to spite her, I made the game myself. And I was like, there, Mom, you won't buy me a game? I'll make it myself. Then I got in trouble for doing that. Isn't that crazy? Like, I don't know. I feel like I had pretty good parents. Like, I think they did pretty right by me. But to be mad at me for, you know, making the game that you wouldn't buy me seems kind of stupid. What the heck, Mom? Love you to death, but what the heck, Mom? Sorry if the music is too loud, guys. Let me know if I need to turn it down or anything, if it's, you know, disrupting you. I think you make this game for adults. Why? Because many kids don't interesting. I make this game for myself, man. I've always made games that I want to play. If other people enjoy them, that's amazing and that's awesome. And I love watching people play the games that I make. But first and foremost, I make the things that I want to play. And that's essentially what got me into game development to begin with. I was just tired of the Super Meat Boy clones and like everybody chasing that angle for platformers. I mean, platformers are my favorite genre of game, and for a good, I would say a good like 10 years, that's all anybody wanted to make were like Super Meat Boy clones because that game fucking blew up. Kind of like what's going on right now with the live service games in Fortnite. But it's yeah, it was really aggravating because I don't like that style of game. I don't like games where you get hit once and you die and you start over and you go through the same fucking section like 100 times. Like Celeste, I know everybody loved Celeste and it did feel good to play, but I hate just the obstacle course style platformer, dude. They're so fucking boring to me. Hot take, but that's how I feel about it. What is... You got in trouble for making a game? You know, that is fucking... I agree. I completely agree. My mom was very strange with video games. I think it's because she didn't understand them. And, like, we weren't even allowed to talk about games at the dinner table because she didn't understand what we were discussing or couldn't be part of the conversation. I don't know. My mom's a weird one. Like I said, love her to death. But... yeah, she she confuses me sometimes, for sure. What is the story of this game? That is a very, very lengthy question, because I've actually put a lot of work into building the world of this game. But the quick synopsis, there has been a breakout at a satellite security prison. It's literally a prison that orbits the Earth. It's supposed to be like the most secure prison ever. And this horrible criminal who goes by the name of Ghost has escaped this prison, and your job as a regulator for the Galactic... what the hell did I call it? Galactic Enforcement Agency. That's the name of this organization that the main character is part of. She's basically space police. And your job as a regulator is to investigate and figure out what's going on. There you go. Your mom sounds insane. My mom is my mom, you know? And I wouldn't trade her for any other mom ever. I love my mom to death. And like I said, I think they did right by me. I think I turned out pretty good. It's like I feel like I'm a decent person. Like I do things for people that that a lot of people probably wouldn't do. I go out of my way to help. But yeah, there were times where I was like, it makes you raise an eyebrow and you're like, was it really necessary? Did I really need to get yelled at for making that video game? Probably not. Did I really need to get grounded? Probably not. But did it happen? Damn straight. Wait, why is there a Chaos Emerald in the tile editor? Okay, so let me open up something real quick, and I will show you why. They're not Chaos Emeralds. I mean, essentially they are, but they're not. Where the hell is that? Oh, I've removed the shortcut. So, I worked on... Hold on. I worked on a game before this called Jolt Fully Charged. And one of the collectibles, actually the main collectible in the game that you collect, they're called Tantalus Gems. That's these. They look like this. Okay. And they are quite literally the stand-in for Mario's coins or Sonic's rings. As you can see, they are placed all over the levels. Got coins everywhere. Or gems everywhere, these Tantalus gems. So, this game that I'm making now is literally a spiritual successor. So essentially, the game that I'm making, it takes place like 500 years after the events of Jolt Fully Charged. So there are remnants of the events of that game in this game, and that's what some of these things are. And as you go through the game, more and more of like the pieces of the story from Jolt Fully Charged will show up in this game, including a really interesting twist that I have planned for the end that I refuse to spoil here. They're called Havoc Crystals, dude. I actually love the shit out of that. I like that, Ethan. What is this shit? I really gotta replace this song, man. This is an extremely old song. I think I wrote this back in like 2020. Maybe even 2019. I've got a huge backlog of fucking music that I've written because I just make music all the time. I love music. And I'll just sit down at the computer and be like, you know what, I feel like making a song, and then I'll open up FL Studio and make noises, and hopefully something comes out of it. And then use it? Nah. You know what? I might take you up on that offer, because the name Tantalus Gem actually came from the writer that I was using for Jolt Fully Charged, and we had a huge falling out towards the end of the development of that game. So if I could cut any ties I can cut from him for my universe that I created, it's probably not a bad idea. So, you know, it's a little on the nose calling them Havoc Crystals, but at the same time, it's kind of fucking brilliant. So I don't know, I might take you up on that. Hell, I'll even put you in the credits. It'd be like, special inspiration from this person, thanks. You'll be like the only additional credit, Ethan. That's funny. Alright, I'm gonna need a spring right here. It's brilliant. I'm brilliant. I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you. It was pretty clever. So, it's funny that you say that, because, you know, back when I had a bunch of online friends, I had a friend, he went by Heat Resin was his name. Shout out to Heat. Don't know what you're doing now these days, buddy, but I miss you. Anyways, so we were doing something, and my online handle was Church Crusade for a very long time. Still is. I still use it. But for whatever reason, he started calling me Chapel Conquest. I don't know, it's just kind of like your Havoc Crystals kind of just reminded me of that. He came up with it, like, on the spot, and I don't know, it was just funny to me. I bet I could find that conversation, because it was on Discord. You will be honored. Yeah, this song is pretty mid in comparison to the rest of the soundtrack. It just doesn't gel. That's one of the hardest things about being a creative, too, is accepting when something that you have made is not going to work. Anybody that makes anything creatively will tell you that it is difficult to be your own critic. Because, I mean, there have been times I've made music and I've been like, God damn, this sounds amazing! And I'll send it to, like, Amber, my sister, and she'll be like, dude, Matthew, this sounds like fucking shit. What are you doing? Absolute trash. And then I'll be a little defensive, and I'm like, no, it sounds really good. What are you talking about? And then I'll go back and listen to it, like, a week later, and I'll be like, yeah, alright. That sounds like shit. Thanks for being honest with me. I appreciate it, Amber, if you happen to listen to this at some point. I'm in a fantastic mood today, guys. Can't tell if you can tell, because I feel so much better today. I know I kind of ran out of that last live stream with Brandon. My apologies. But, oof. That was a very rough night. Ah, man. We're gonna skip this one. I do not like this song. Like, the more I listen to it, the more I'm like, fuck that. We gotta get rid of that one. I like these more moody things. Yes, exactly. That's the exact sentiment that I usually have. I'm like, no, Amber, you're wrong. It sounds good. No, she's right. It sounds like balls. It sounds like somebody's nutsack slapping against some cheeks, dude. Sounds like a Diddy party, essentially. Was that in poor taste? Oh, God. Oh, boy, who's texting me? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome to this family-friendly stream. I wouldn't go that far. Have you not heard the audio? I would play it on stream if I wasn't concerned about getting a fucking ban for playing something so heinous. But it's pretty funny. Cannot deny. At least say it sounds like baby oil or some shit. We're gonna move on. We are definitely gonna move on from that conversation. I'm gonna try to take a drink of water. Well, I wouldn't recommend necessarily looking it up, but if you get curious, it is on YouTube. And curious I was. I was like, no way somebody recorded that shit. And it sounds violent. That's all I will say on that. Okay, so I've got this gimmick in this stage where there's these big waves that go. I think I'm going to use one right here. Yeah. Maybe I'll use two. That way there's less of a chance of the player getting screwed. In fact, I think what we're going to do here is give this a quick test run. I think I have a second track, but we'll just use this for now. So this is test part 2. Save frequently. Doesn't matter what you're working on. If you're working on anything ever, save frequently. It'll save your ass, I promise. Let's do it. Ah, perfect. Okay. My timing was off, damn it! Oh, that's totally fine. You can just stand right here, dude. Easy! Oh, yeah. Oh, it's awful. Yeah, it gets you up there super easily. Perfect. I mean, you know what? I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to leave it as is, and I'll, when I get some test runs done for the game, we'll make a determination if it needs to change then. Okay, and get that shit playing again. Okay, so I think what I want to do now is have the player actually go into this palace that's supposed to be on this beachfront. So let's change up the tiles we're using. Add some elements to the ground like in Mario. Usually what I hold on. Sorry about that. Let me show you something. So what I typically do is I build the stage first, and then I will go back and add like small details like hanging lights and cracked windows and windows in general, or like graffiti and trees and trash bags, and there's like trash cans and boxes and stuff all over the place. Like, yeah, like the first thing you do is you build the geometry, then you add the objects and enemies, and then you go through and you add like the fine details. And the only reason I'm adding these particular things is because I was there and I just felt like it. Also, these can be used as platforms. Most of the trees you can stand on, a la Sonic Hedgehog. There's a lot of Sonic Hedgehog inspiration in this game. In basically every game I've ever made, if I'm being honest, because I'm kind of a Sonic freak. Cannot deny. Like, if you guys were to look at this back, there's like this corner back here. I call it my Sonic corner. There's a whole shitload of Sonic merchandise in that corner. Even the music style. Well, me using the Genesis sound font has nothing to do with Sonic the Hedgehog. It has to do with the fact that I've always loved the sound of the Sega Genesis. I actually experimented a little bit with using like an NES type sound for the game, and it sounded all right. It worked really, really well when I was doing the whole Game Boy style for the game back when it was like green and black. But yeah, changing that was a good idea. And after changing it to full color, the more chiptune sounds of the Nintendo Entertainment System just didn't fit anymore. So we're gonna make a door right here. You know what though? I think what I'm gonna do is, instead of forcing them to go into this palace here, we'll have a split in the level and let them choose, and by them I mean the player. Do they want to go inside and deal with the interior enemies, which are going to be a lot of those fucking trident guys, or do we want to stay outside and deal with more of the wildlife, the endemic life? I like branching paths and stages, especially when it's a platformer. Gives good reason for replayability. And a door is all we're missing. Door. And door here. Door here. Door here. Door here. Where do I want this door? I kind of like it here. Yeah, I think there. Okay. I have plans for this stage. I have like a blueprint drawn out on a piece of paper. Explain this to me. I just found a Darcy hair on my microphone. How? She doesn't touch my computer. She never uses it. How do I find her hair everywhere? Oh, the married life. Like, I'm always pulling her hair out of my clothes. I get, like, wrapped up in the fibers of my clothing. How do females deal with it? I don't get it. Must be rough. This one's kind of a hot stinker, too. How do I skip shit? Get out of here. There we go. I actually made this specifically for the Gathering Hall. And it just turned out it worked fantastic for one of the stages I was making. Okay, let's see here. So I've got... I've got a couple different gimmicks I have to work on today too. I've got an idea for like a spike trap. I've got to make that. Might actually do that now, because I will definitely be using that on the interior. It's gonna be like retractable spikes. So I get to do some pixel art. I love making pixel art. I just wish I was better at animating. So yeah, let's make these retractable spikes. Ah, shit. Oh no! My fucking... Now everybody knows one of my many emails. Oh, what? What the hell do you mean that was the wrong password? Oh no! Oh, I hate trying to log in on shit. Fuck. Is that it? Was that it? Hey, it must have been it. Oh, I totally forgot I was working on her ship. Dude, I love the design for the ship. I think this looks so good. There's gonna be like a side-scrolling shooter section towards the end of the game where you're kind of chasing down Ghost and his big old fucking Dyson sphere. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, so I had to make a ship. So there's her ship. What do you think? What the hell's going on with my camera? Like, it's really blown out. What are you doing, camera? I don't know why, but my camera is like, I need to be at maximum light sensitivity. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now. My lighting doesn't change, so I don't need you to auto-focus the exposure. Anyways. Alright, bamboo spiker traps. There's these assholes. These fucking guys. This probably will be the easiest place to do this. Make sure my grid is right size. It is indeed the right size. Alright, so I need one of these tiles. Put this layer on top. Okay, of course. Of course. You have to be 1 pixel wider, I think. Does that work? Gonna be a piece of shit, apparently. Literally, it's like, no, I can't be centered. Let me try this. There we go. There we go. Incredible. Perfection, even. Do something kind of like this so that there's a highlight around it, and get rid of this because I don't need it anymore. I don't need you. Right. So there's the holes. That's where the spikes will come out. I just needed to get the size correct. I will copy this stuff here, and yeah, this will do. It was the windmills. Wait a minute. Wait. I did a dumb. Wrong one. This one. This is the animating one. Resize all frames. So now I have to determine how many pixels high I want these spikes to go. I'm thinking 64 pixels, which would be 2 blocks tall. The character can jump 3.5 blocks. Yeah, I think 64 pixels would be good. Put it right there in the center. Import colors. I can get my color swatches. I've been trying really hard to keep everything consistent in terms of color. It's harder to do than one would think. Because it's not just color that you have to take into consideration. It's also like the saturation of things. That's a big part of it, to making a consistent look. I mean, I think it's fine. It's fine, I guess. I mean, it looks pokey. It looks like it might stick somebody. Right? Looks sharp. I think. Sharp enough. Anyways. So these are going to extend all the way up here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm creating what's called a keyframe. So essentially this is where it's going to stop, and then it's going to retract. So I'm going to, there's going to be 2 keyframes. There's going to be this one here that's all the way up, and then I'm going to put one here in the middle, and then I'm going to animate the in-betweens. Not going to be a whole lot of animation because it literally just has to go up and down, but I wanted to do so in a nice looking fashion. Animate the important frames first. Or draw the important frames first. And then animate the stuff in between. Yeah, I can see right now it just kind of goes like that. You're gonna lurk? Well, I appreciate you lurking. I appreciate you being here, dude. I really don't ever expect anybody to ever show up to these development streams. Because I don't necessarily think they would be very fun for most people to watch. I would like watching them, because I find stuff like this interesting. I watch this type of content on my own time anyways. It's kind of sort of what got me interested in bringing stuff like this to the channel. That, and I wanted to be able to work on this and live stream. Me. You son of a bitch. I need to do this. just get a whole bunch of empty frames. So I don't have to fucking do this again. Sometimes I'm not real smart. So I want this here in the middle. That could be an interesting visual, like, fun thing to do, is to have them kind of go up at different speeds. But I mean, go up all at the same time, but maybe one lags behind the other one just a little bit. Just to add a little bit of variety to them. So let's see here. Maybe this one. What am I? There we go. Maybe this one's like here. Middle one up maybe 2 pixels or 1 pixel higher. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Let's bring this one here. This is the lazy way to animate. I don't even care. I'm terrible at animating. I try. I try my best. I really do. Okay. And then, on the reverse, I think what I'm going to do, bring some of these forward, is I'll have the middle one retract first as well. Yeah, I think so. So leave these 2 up. This one's here. And now these ones can start to also come down. Then, like I said, I'll go through and I'll touch stuff up. Just getting the basic. It's just like when you're making stages, you know? It's, you add the detail as you go. If you try to do all the detail all at once, it becomes very unmanageable very quickly. Or at least that's my experience. I ended up using almost every single one of these frames I brought forward. That's crazy. I really only need that frame there. Alright, so now we gotta go through and kind of touch things up. For one, we gotta do this with the stems, because they're not coming out of that hole, they're going in behind that hole. And I gotta delete this stuff too. Actually go through and clean up underneath first. This is the Gathering Hall theme, which I also decided to use for this game because it fits the stage I added it to quite literally more than perfect. I would say it fits fantastically. Yeah. And just do the same thing here. We'll be up 1 pixel higher, but does it really matter? Probably not. Like, I don't really need this to be a very well, like, smooth animation, because it's gonna happen quick. Okay, I got 2 pixels here on the side that need to go. But hey, we got spikes coming out of some holes, so that's something, right? That was the goal. That was the objective. Go away, go away. We can also merge these now. Oh, hey, this frame is not done. You just copy the whole arrowhead. And put these pixels back. Okay, how does that look? Other than that one piece that's still missing. Okay. Beautiful. Put a little bit of stretch on these. Or would it be smear? This would be smear. And since this one is going faster, it gets a little bit more. And this is where you shrink the tails. And they retract. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames for retracting. So they do retract quite a bit slower, so I'm not going to worry about any smear frames on those. I'm pretty pleased with that. That will work just fine. Why the hell is it defaulting to this? Sprites. Okay, and we'll name this Bamboo Spikes. Alright, minimize that. I gotta organize this mess. I usually do that while I'm going through a game, but I guess I decided not to for this one. .64 by 64, so they should snap perfectly on the grid as well. Ooh, however, how do I want to handle collisions for these? Because if I make it so that they're a hurt box, oh, I know exactly how. I know exactly how. We're going to use the image index variable. Okay, so if it's equal to image index 0, then no hurt. Character systems in here. pane. Did I not make it an object? I didn't make it an object. Can't really program something if it's not there to use, you fucking idiot. So, I found some interesting clips from our 12-hour Shadow the Hedgehog live stream. I'm probably going to be working on some clip dips here after I'm done with this live stream. So look forward to those, because they're pretty funny. Okay, so object bamboo spikes. Let's let's program these first. So we'll put these on negative 150. Create. Set the image speed to 0, and I think these will work off a variable alarm. So I want them maybe every 5 seconds. Oh, God, math. Why can't I think? 300. Oh my God. Alarm 0. They'll need a sound effect too, won't they? Probably. I might have to go make a sound effect too. Ugh. That's one thing I do not enjoy doing. I'm terrible at making sound effects. Yeah, I don't enjoy doing it so much. I can worry about that later. We'll say 0.5 on the image speed. That's basically all I'm going to have to do there. And then go into, at the end of animation, image speed equals 0, and image index, oh my God, I can't type. Also make it 0. Hey, dear. Extra what? Extra iPhone charger? I have no idea. Possibly. No, I can look. I did at one point. But I don't know if it's in store. I think I ate it. This giant, massive mess of wires. Your work phone should have wireless charging, right? Yeah, it does work. It's just... Okay, so I just plug this in. Already set onto. Don't set the higher side. So hot as fuck. And on it. That should work. You might have to take the case off of your phone, but you're welcome. I love that lady. Ah, see, I almost made an oopsie. We have to also reset the alarm. Alright, now we have a perfectly looping spike object. No! It doesn't snap into my grid perfectly. Why not? Why not? Let's see here. I know why. How many pixels tall is this? 4? 4 pixels. See if that fixed it. Yeah, it did. I'm a genius, dude! Okay, and we got some spikes. So now I need to make the characters actually interact with said spikes. So basically what's happening here is this checks for several different variables. For one, if the character is currently not invincible, and if their hurt variable is available. And it's also checking if the spikes image index, which is the image index is which sprite frame it's on. If that's not set to 0, then it will run the code that basically makes the player take damage. But if it is set to 0, which is when it's completely retracted, you can walk over it and it should be fine. Should be fine. Most of the time, when I make something exceptionally simple like this, something stupid goes wrong, and I end up spending like 3 hours trying to figure out what I've fucked up. Yeah, I'm serious. Like it's often the simple stuff that I have the most trouble with. And then the extremely complicated stuff is usually like not even an issue. Did I put collisions down? Can I walk over there? I don't think I can walk over there. Hey, spikes! Hey, they hurt me! Yeah, it doesn't look too bad either, does it? Now I need to put some in the ceiling. Yeah, that looks alright. What's nice about that is I literally just have to yeah, just take this sprite. I might be able to get away with, let me try something really stupid. Just to save on a little bit of space and resources for the game itself. Would it be unreasonable of me to expect that I can do this with just programming as opposed to making a whole new sprite with 14 frames of animation? Is image Y scale -1 should flip it upside down. The only issue is lining it up with the block I want it to be on. That should work. That should work great. I say that, but we haven't tested it yet. So let's test it. Those are the inverse ones, right? No, those are not the inverse ones. You fucking suck! I like spikes. There we go. Alright, now we test. I need to remake that logo. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy, Bob. Not happy. Ask me why I'm unhappy. Why are you unhappy? Oh, shit! Oh, the water saved my ass! See, this is why we don't get too terribly excited. I mean, it works. But I'm gonna have to, like, learn how to line them up. So what if I went down 2 more blocks? So they would have to be 1, 2, 3, 4 squares away, right? So if you flip this whole thing upside down, it's not just flipping, it's flipping off the axis of the origin. Trial and error. That's what we must do. That water's so nice and cold. Darcy named this song Dancing Algae. I think it's quite fitting. Yay, there we go. Roof spikes. There's no collisions with them yet. Very easy to solve. But perfect. They even come out of the ceiling. Might make them come out of the ceiling and floors just a bit faster. Let's do 200. Felt a little rigid to me. Yeah, I'll have to do the same thing with these ones. Okay, that might work. Oh, you know what else I should do? We're going to change this. I'm going to make this more complicated, but it'll be worth it in the long run. And I'm actually going to delete the inverse one because I'm going to be changing the programming basically entirely. So that means I'm going to have to go into here and make it so that if image index is greater than 1. Because right now, right now it's kind of a cheap shot where the spikes just come out real fast. I want them to kind of peek out a little bit and then kind of stab. So, not hard to do. We're just going to make this image index 1 and set alarm 1, 2. I think a good 2-second delay would probably be fine. Go 0.5. The whole thing should loop still the same exact way. That actually should work perfectly fine. Make them have a glint animation? What is that? What is a glint animation? Is that some, like, Gen Alpha fucking brain rot speech that I don't know? I went on, like, a little journey the other day trying to, like, learn some of the slang that my sister's generation is using. Needless to say, I officially feel like an old man. Now I don't know what glint is. Are you talking like having them have like a sheen to them when they come out? Totally would be easy to do if that's what you're referring to. Yeah, man, I can try that. Hold on. Let's let me do a quick test on these to make sure they do what I want them to first. I think it's going to be perfectly fine. I think these are going to work excellent. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we go. Look up glint meaning. Do I want to? Last time somebody told me to look something up on the internet. So never mind, I'm gonna stop there. I was gonna bring up the Diddy parties again. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do here, for sure, is add one more frame of animation where they're not out quite as far. But they work perfectly. Alright. Tell you what. Since you are one of our more frequent viewers, I'll do that just for you. Glint, meaning. Give out a reflect small flashes of light. There you go. Okay. Okay, so... like I said, I have to add another frame of animation anyways, because they stick out too far. Like, if I was a player, I would expect that those would probably hurt me. So I'm thinking something more like... hell, even like that. And they kind of poke out. And then they go flying up to skewer you. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a shininess to it. But it happens so quick. You're not really going to be able to see this so well. What's funny is you can actually... there you go. I guess I could make this brighter. Go with an even brighter color. Does it make it stand out a little bit more? Yeah, a little bit. Oh, no. God, I've listened to this song so many times recently. Kill me. With an X shape? I guess I almost need an example of what you're referring to. Let's see. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know how I would incorporate that into this animation if I'm gonna be perfectly real with you, dude. Like, now I understand what you're talking about, but... oh, I think I know what you're saying. That would make this way more complicated. I think I'm just gonna stick with this as is for the time being. You were talking about having like a little thing pop up and go before it like yeah, I get it. Not a bad suggestion, for sure. Which, totally open to suggestions. Anybody that's in chat or watching this on demand, feel free to give me suggestions on things that you think you would like to see in the game, or maybe things that I'm adding to the game that you think look fucking awful. As I stated earlier, you are typically your own worst critic, so things might look good to me, but turn out look like garbage. So I think that's going to be a whole lot better, having them just poke out just a little bit. It's actually the second song for the stage I'm working on now. Sir Meta Knight! Dude, welcome to the stream! So glad to see you. Alright, Spikes, how are we looking? Beautiful. That is exactly what I want them to do. Ah, it's perfect. I love the difference in them. Like, they're not all coming down all at once or retracting all at once. I like that little bit of variation in them, too. Yeah, man, I'm happy with that. No complaints there. That looks nice. So now we can continue. Oh, shit. I'm like halfway through building the geometry. How are you doing today, Sir Mennonite? It's funny that you bring up Mario Maker, Ethan, because quite literally, I approach Mario Maker stages the exact same way I approach stages for my own games. So I listened to the soundtrack, and man, fantastic job. I noticed some references you throwing in, like I heard remix of Mario theme. It's obviously a Sonic reference. It's funny that you say this right here, not even remotely a Sonic reference. However, a Sonic reference does exist in the game. It's not finished. Like, I'm gonna add Emerald Hill Zone Act 1 to the game, complete with moto bugs and buzz bombers and ring monitors and shields. It's gonna be a whole fucking mess of shit I have to program and add, but it's gonna be entirely worth it. Because as I stated it in the last live stream, I was doing this actually, I have added a completely playable 1-1. And I feel like it's only appropriate to give Sonic the same amount of representation as Mario, because I've drawn probably more inspiration from Sonic than Mario. And yeah, is that even legal? Probably not. But I think it's different enough that I'm gonna be okay. I think. I hope. Probably not. Probably not. I'll probably end up having to change the visuals, but I had fun making it, so. Because you are correct, Nintendo absolutely hates when you celebrate your passion for their video games. No, Nintendo, you make it so hard to be a fan. You should add Bowser boss fight or just for shits and giggles. Yeah, I'm already kind of pressing it with... So, here, I will play... I'll play the remastered... Not remastered, remixed version of the Mario Bros. Theme that I wrote for this game. And y'all can tell me what you think. Here, let me pull it up here. Also, dude, super appreciate you listening to the soundtrack. I have worked very, very hard on it. There you go. I tried to make it fit with the rest of the music for this game, which is extremely metal influenced. I'm a huge metalhead, so a lot of the music I write has metal influences in it. I kind of want to have this little section where what was once a helpful gimmick in the stage will become a bit of a hazard. So those water spouts are going to be problematic, I think, for this small section here. Yeah, that sounds like it could be a good time. Nintendo is gonna bring their fucking lawyer ninjas and absolutely slap me in the face. It's gonna happen. I'll get a cease and desist, I'm sure. And if that happens, I'll just remove the stage from the game. It's not a big deal. I most certainly hope to grab this game when you complete it. Dude, I appreciate that. I hope this... it's like my biggest fear is that I'm gonna get this game done, and then it's never gonna get played by anybody. I'll be a sad boy. Just gotta market it. Yeah, you know, it's not free marketing. Where did I have... Do I not have spikes for the ceilings? Who knew? Oh, wait a minute. Spikes are absolutely an object in this game. And I do not have spikes for the ceiling. Gotta rectify that. Oh no. But that means I have to... Suddenly this is gonna become exceptionally complicated. Unlike the other ones, I am going to just make a new sprite for these. If they slap you with a cease and desist, Nintendo will likely try to make you remove the game entirely just because they can. Like, seriously, they can't stop and ask you to remove their property. I'm sure one guy will find it and make a video on it. That'd be nice. No, they want to destroy all your hard work because they are a big corporation. Yeah, you're not wrong. I can't argue with fact. That would just be stupid to do. I mean, I knew I was going to eventually have to make spikes for the ceilings. See, the issue here is that with spikes, they're kind of... they're way more complex than you would ever think they are. Because you don't want the character taking damage by touching them on the sides. And they need to be a solid object on top of it, too. Which, when you start adding solid objects and collisions with moving objects, such as characters, things get really finicky. So... I'm going to do my best to make this work. Yeah. Okay. So let me, collision with objects, ceiling spikes. Okay, I need to think. greater. Less than no, so we need this to be reversed. Surely it wouldn't be that easy. Surely it won't be that easy. Nothing ever is. Oh, that's a missed opportunity. So there's an instrument currently playing in the right ear. I could have totally had it harmonized there with the lead instrument. It would have sounded really good. But I need to not continue working on the music for the game. As in the stuff that I've already completed. There comes a point in your creative process where you just have to step back and say, okay, this is good. It's finished. I need to move on to the next thing. And sometimes, especially with music, it is really hard to do that. Okay, shall we see what happens with these ceiling spikes? Nah, I'm not going to duplicate that yet, because no reason to. Don't know if it works. Okay. Ceiling spikes. Let's see what happens. Yeah, see, here's an example of an object that is solid that you can only interact with by hitting it from the top down. Way more complicated than you think it is, especially since this thing actually has moving frames of animation and different collision masks per frame of animation as well. It's freaking... It's a thing. It's a thing that you have to do sometimes. Like, these water spouts here, perfectly fine. They're not solid objects. Hey, I took damage. I didn't get stuck to them, so that's good. Hey, they killed me. Yeah, I think that's gonna work, man. But to be extra sure that things are working correctly, I'm gonna put one right here, and I'm going to rub up against the side of it and hope I don't take damage by touching it on the sides. What fucking call am I in on Discord? No idea. Hey, that look good! Shit, I can even stand on the backside of them. I love when shit just works. That's a fucking win! So, that worked phenomenally. Let me just... Sorry, I'm still kind of sick. My voice usually isn't this full of, like, gross sounding phlegminess. Also, by the way, I'm trying to be more active on Discord. Just been super busy. Hey, man, don't ever feel like you need to apologize to us for literally anything. The Discord is there for you guys to use if you so desire to do so. And it's also a really good way for us to interact with you guys outside of these streams and to, you know, let you know what's going on with the channel without having to set up a live stream and or record a video or, you know. So that's essentially what it's for. Just a place to chill, hang out, have a good time with like-minded individuals. Okay. So before I forget to do so, let me add the collisions. to the trees. So these blocks have a special property to them, which allows them to be passed through from the bottom, but not the top. Which means that you can stand in these trees if you're playing as the additional playable character. I don't think Vectra will be able to actually get up into these trees. But there's nothing up there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But you can if you so desire. But yeah, dude, there are 2 playable characters in this game. I don't know if I've definitely shown that on stream before. I think I'm gonna put a door right here as well. I think me and Brandon are going to do a Smash Brothers live stream this upcoming Friday. Looking forward to it. If not Smash Brothers, it'll be probably Minecraft or Mario Kart, one of the two. Because I kind of feel like playing Mario Kart as well. I don't know, fucking weird, right? But I'm telling you, dude, changing my mindset on on Mario Kart in particular really went a long way for making the game a lot more fun. This song is for an ice-themed stage. I'll get to work on ice physics. I've never successfully made ice physics in a game before, so that'll be interesting. Not quite sure how to tackle it, but I've learned a lot since the last time I attempted to do so. I'm hoping that I've learned enough. Splockinov? Oh. Speaking of... When is the next Mario Kart stream? I don't know, man. I'll talk to Brandon and see when he wants to do Mario Kart again. If he doesn't want to do Mario Kart, then I'll do it myself sometime during the week. Hold up a minute. My sister's calling me, which is odd. I hope she's okay. Sorry about that. She wanted me to give her a ride home from work tonight. I can't. She gets off work at 9, dude. I gotta get up super fucking early for work. It'll be way too late. I'll be in bed. My new work schedule is super, super interesting. But it gives me the ability to live stream during the day, which is nice, and to work on other projects like this, which is also nice. You know, when I was working for the post office, doing those things was next to fucking impossible. Yeah, for those of you that are old enough to have a mailbox and to have a home with mail delivery, be nice to your mail carriers. They go through some goddamn shit. That was the worst job I have ever had. Bitch, you wanted to know how I really felt? I like this one. What is this song for? Ah, this is a nice theme song. I like the little chimes in the background. Is it weird that I enjoy my own music? Somebody once told me that makes me a narcissist, that I listen to my own music. But I disagree. When you draw a picture or write a comic, do you not read your comic or look at your pictures that you've drawn? How is it any different that I listen to the music that I create? It's an art form. I don't know. What is your opinion? Let me know. Time to put another door. Damn, son. This stage kind of just went together really easily. Not that I'm complaining. Oh my god, I completely forgot to add the key in the last stage. Or there is a key. Or is it in this level? Is there a key in this level? No, it wasn't this stage. What stage was it? I know I added a stage that has a key, and I know I forgot to add a locked door. Oh, no, I did. Locked doors are right here. Yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly good. I'm glad I asked her what time she got off work, because I would have said yes. Oh, I would have been so fucking tired tomorrow. Yeah, I like these little chimes here. Can't remember how I actually have these working. These are another thing that were exceptionally complicated, these fucking moving platforms, because again, solid objects that move, solid moving objects that have to interact with a moving object, which is the character. Yikes. Like, I still haven't been able to figure out how to do like the circular type moving platforms. Moving platforms are really, really complicated. Please don't stick me. I don't want to be stuck. Ah, yes. Excellent. So you can get up here and go in that door. there's no way to get in that one. Up to that corner platform. Holy shit, I completed the stage. Like, literally, this, there it is. Building levels is sometimes easy, sometimes hard. I haven't even, like, designed a boss for this stage yet. I've only got one part left to make after this. So I probably should sit down and design a boss fight. Sir Broken has a cameo in this game. He's a wanted poster. He is wanted for 10,000 star credits. Sir Broken. Wanted in Peltessa for crimes that we don't know about. What did he do? What is the canon behind Sir Broken's violent crimes? What has he done? Man, I want a cameo! Well, hold on. Sorry, man. God, this cough is awful. I just want it to go away. I really do. I'm so tired of coughing. I'm so tired of my throat hurting. Will there be trees? Probably not. But I can do some backing tiles here so this thing's not just floating in the air. I hate floating platforms, by the way. Like in any video game, if there's just a platform that's floating for no reason and there's nothing in game to explain why said platform is floating, it bugs the shit out of me. And by floating platform, I mean stupid shit like this. Where it's like, okay, there's a platform here now, right? This platform. The fuck is holding that platform up? What is holding that platform up right now? Nothing. It's just floating there for no fucking reason. I really don't like it when games do that. I think it's lazy. I mean, it doesn't take but a couple seconds to add something additional to give that some kind of structural integrity to make it make sense. I don't know, is that unnecessary? You were saying, I mean, if you want a cameo, the only thing you really have to do is bring me a character of yourself. I would be fine with adding you as a cameo somewhere in the game. Not everybody is worth a cameo, but I think Ethan, I think you could get one. Because I mean, Easter eggs are probably one of my favorite things to work on. So, yeah. I think I'm going to add a little secret area in here. Above the end. Yeah, especially since I think that when you're down here, this will be not visible. So, let's see here. Okay, this is getting a little bit too complicated now. I'm tired of not being able to see those in the level editor. I'm not sure this is going to work out so well. The problem is Vectra can't jump this high, which is where I would need the entrance to be. So I was going to have it so that she could jump in through here, put like a spring or something here that bounces her up through one of these. All right, let's just wing it. Let's see what happens. I mean, if she can't fit between these, right? I mean, would that work? Will this work? I'm not so sure. One way to find out, though. You don't have any art of yourself. I haven't really had much of an opportunity to use that sound effect. Thanks, Ethan. You know what I could do? Oh, I have the solution for you. I have the solution. It might not be as, like, showy as Sir Broken's cameo, but I think it'll be really cool. Hold on. I need to... Yes. Yes, this is gonna be fucking excellent. Let's see, transform and resize. I just need this. Yay, that worked. I wasn't so sure it was going to. But hey, it did. That's all that matters. Alright, what color? Ethan, pick a color. Pick any color you want. Doesn't matter. You can even give me an HSV value or an RGB value in chat, and I will use the exact color that you give me. While we wait, I'm going to run a test. Cyan, huh? Or teal. Either are good options. Ooh. Okay, I kind of like those as a stage hazard too. Caught me by surprise. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, she absolutely would not be able to jump high enough to get into that top section. Oh, that worked really well. Okay. Okay. I mean, that worked. Perry the Platypus. I can quite literally get Perry the Platypus's exact color. Okay, Perry the Platypus. Images. There he is. There's Perry the Platypus. Copy image. Ah! Okay, I'm done. I'm done, I swear. Alright, there we go. Perry the Platypus, the color. Go away, Perry. Perry Mason. Alright, so let's see here. I need some inspiratory. God, this shit is so creative. Like, how the fuck do people make this stuff, man? It's just good. Yeah, I think we'll go with that color scheme. Anti-aliasing. Apache. Do 30. Oh, you got a lowercase e for your secondary. E. E. Oh yeah, that's right. In this font, the e's look identical regardless if they're regardless if stop asking me if I want to yes, I wouldn't fucking click on another tool if I didn't want to change tools, you annoying ass. God damn. Okay, let me pull this open so I can see how I did these other ones. That's not the right one. You suck. This one. Oh, I just straight up drew those. Okay. That's fine. Put this on this side, actually. I can still see the chat. Alright, I need to delete this shit. We're drawing with a mouse. Feel sorry for me. I wish I had a drawing tablet. My sister has one. I should steal it from her. My drawing tablet now. Something like that. Except it's graffiti, and it's going to be in the stage that's like the slums of this universe. So it's going to say, E the Menace. You're going to be like a notorious crime boss. The problem is pixel art. You know, pixels. There's not a lot to work with. Dude, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us. You know, thanks for being here. And I'm not just talking about today's live stream either. Like I said, you're one of our more frequent viewers. We notice. All right, I'm actually gonna write menace over here so that it's not like restricted by the other letters. I don't know why it E the menace just kind of popped into my head. But yeah, there you go, man. I mean, this was fun to make, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna take some black here and go around the outside on the bottom. I really don't know what I'm doing. I don't make graffiti. And I don't think I've ever made graffiti art for games before. I think this is the first game I've ever done that for. So this is outside my comfort zone for sure. But I have an interesting idea for the color scheme for this. So I hope that it works out. What am I doing right now? I should be working on that level. But hey, this is what game development's all about, right? As a wise man once said, if it's not fun, what's the point? In reference to video games. One of my favorite quotes. And I think a large part of that comes from the fact that it came from an executive. So it was like, well, this guy, does he get it? I hope so. And then he retired and made me a sad boy. It was like the only remaining friendly face at Nintendo. And now it's a company full of mysterious suits that we don't know, that we don't see, who hide behind the scenes and play puppet master. Dude, fucking, of course, Reggie. I loved Reggie. Reggie absolutely fully embraced the meme. He had an incredible sense of humor and generally seemed like a stand-up guy. Like, he actually seemed like he gave a shit about the products that the company that he worked for created. And I don't get that from the current guys at Nintendo. I don't get that same vibe from them. Since you said Perry the Platypus, it made me think, you know what? Let's just make this entire fucking lettering Perry the Platypus color themed. Right? Right? Like yes. Yes. Why does it work so well? I really enjoy doing these live streams. I should do them more often. I mean, for one, it gives me content for the channel, and for two, like, it keeps, honestly, doing these live streams kind of sort of keeps me focused on working on the game. While, yes, I might be working on something that doesn't really need to be added. But world building is fun. I'll tell you what, you don't even need to give me a picture of you with a fedora. I have an idea. Another idea. Another fantastic idea, even. I get those occasionally. Good ideas. Like starting a YouTube channel. Turns out that was a great idea. I've had a lot of fun with this. It's been frustrating at times, for sure. Like trying to figure out how to get our channel into the algorithm so that it actually gets some traction has been pretty difficult. But do you know what's about to happen? What do you think is about to happen? I want you to tell me what you think is about to happen. And you know what? If you get it right, I'll tell you got it right. No, you are incorrect. It's actually better than that. Cool idea, though. Honestly, I'm kind of digging the lettering. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing in terms of like graffiti art, but it looks right. It looks good. That is a short song. I'm gonna make this a little bit pinkish too. So when I actually put these on the bricks, dude, they're not going to be quite so vibrant. Well, I thought I should let you know that now. So you're not like, what happened? Why suddenly is everything kind of gray and gross looking? Because it's meant to be part of a brick wall. And presumably this has been there a while, right? Right? So we'll drop the alpha down. And we'll smack it on there. And we'll smack it again. And I'm not happy with either of those. So instead, what I'm going to do... put it there. And see, right now it doesn't look like it's actually on the wall. It's not quite on the wall. It looks like it's separate from it. And that's because there's no texture to the actual letters themselves. Because if you're spraying something on bricks, you're going to see that texture. most of the time. I guess it really depends on the bricks. So we need something kind of like that. Okay, so let me now copy this, right? Of course not. Okay. That's not the right one. You bastard. That's still not the right one. Maybe I need to actually, like, copy this again. There it is. I want to have an undestroyed, messed up version of the lettering so that I don't accidentally lose the lettering. Yeah, okay, take this. These two programs do not work together the best. Oh. Oh! I like that even better! There we go. Okay, so now I need to duplicate this again. E the menace. Yeah, he's getting a cameo because he asked for one. Hello, Bannerfrit. Good to see you, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know what? No, I'm not happy with it. Not happy with it at all. We're just gonna leave the lettering as is. I can't. It won't work. It looks better just left like this. How are you doing today, Bannerfrit? I almost did a Minecraft stream today. I was very, very, very close to doing that, but I hadn't worked on this in so long that I decided this is what I needed to do. And then Ethan was like, "Aw, So Broken has a cameo? I want a cameo." It just so happens that this idea popped in my head. So a cameo he shall receive. Now I just need to decide where to put Oh shit, there's like fucking no bricks in that level. Is there any bricks in this stage? Why didn't I use, like... I didn't use, like, hardly any brick textures. Ah, here we go. Here we go. So this song that you're listening to right now is actually the stage that the spacecraft here is going to be used in. The one where you're, like, the shmup stage that I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, you'll be using this ship here in the stage that this song is for. I'm looking forward to working on that stage. Not quite there yet, though. Alright, E the Menace. A true menace. I can't even find a place to put... There we go! E the Menace! Brandon can vouch for me. Hold on. I'm psychic. I sense large quantities of iron. Am I right? Is it iron? Before you ask, no, he didn't tell me. I was watching the live stream. Oh, shit. Damn, I've been doing this for fucking... Oh, my God. It's already 2 o'clock. Okay. So, I'm going to go through, add the collectibles real quick. I think I gotta end stream here pretty soon. You guys are the best. I really appreciate you all stopping through. Like I said, I don't ever expect anybody to sit here and watch this. Because I don't really think the average viewer would find this enjoyable to watch. I'm glad you're choosing to do so, though. I also told him that there's a bottle I gave him. I told him for you two to use it in your village when you're ready. Could be a fun stream moment. Okay. Alright. I'll have to watch the full stream when I get off work. Yeah, so the next Minecraft stream will probably be Saturday. I think Friday is likely going to be Smash Brothers. And or Mario Kart. Could be either. I think... You know what? I think a shield. I don't think I've used a magnet shield in a while. There we go. Hope you're feeling better, since I know that last month I had to carry for... Yeah, dude, that was rough. I am feeling significantly better today. Thank you for asking. You know what's really sad, too, is after I left, I didn't have to really go to the bathroom. I just felt awful. I felt awful for hours. So, yes, very grateful that Brandon was able to carry the stream. He doesn't do the live streams by himself very often, so I didn't feel guilty asking him to do so. It was like, all right, Brandon, time to carry your weight a little. Get in there, little fella. He's a great co-host, though. I just got to get him to work on his commentary, because there's so much dead air. I usually just... I don't really think about the things that come out of my mouth. I just kind of usually whatever pops in my head comes out. We also officially have a Blaze Farm. Well, this has been fun. Ethan! Thank you. Fireworks for you. For hanging out for fucking 2 hours with me. Much appreciated, dude. This is a Metroid reference, this song. I don't think anybody will get that, though. Stream could be a black screen for 2 hours. That's too much for the commentary. I appreciate the shit out of that, too. I'm glad you enjoy our commentary. I think it's an acquired taste for sure. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But yeah, like I was watching the stream. He did much better than usual with the Minecraft stream. He was talking about the things he was working on, and you know, that's really really the only thing I need him to work on is just talking more. Because he'll often like zone out and kind of just be in his own little world, which is hilarious. Because half the time when I'm sitting in the living room, his room is directly above our living room. He'll be upstairs watching YouTube or watching anime or doing whatever, and he'll just be talking non-stop to himself. And I'm like, dude, Brandon, you talk to yourself all the time anyways. It's essentially all you have to do is talk to yourself. But I think he's gotten better at it. Going back and watching some of our older live streams, I've gotten better at it. I know that. It probably helped that I talked often since he responds often. And give that Havoc Crystal idea a second thought. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to use that, man. That's actually a really cool idea. And like I said, I love how on the nose it is. Because, I mean, let's just be real. What do these look like to your average person? They're not Chaos Emeralds, they're Havoc Crystals! Oh yeah, the extra lives monitor. Yeah. There's a lot of Sonic. A lot of Sonic in a lot of my games. I mean, I'm never too far away from Sonic stuff, so... I mean, Sonic and Mario are by far my favorite gaming franchises. Metroid as well. Metroid is also up there. Those are like my big threes. You got Mario, Sonic, Metroid, Zelda's another one. I love Zelda. I've played every single mainline Zelda game. Every single one. Haven't skipped a single one that I can think of. Except Twilight Princess. I didn't play Twilight Princess. And unfortunately, it's because I didn't own a console to play it on until it was way too late. And going back and playing it now, unfortunately, Twilight Princess was released in that time period when game developers had discovered Bloom, and they were like, "Oh my God, turn the Bloom up to 17,000%!" And I hate the visuals for Twilight Princess. I can't play it. And I know that's stupid. And I know it's just idiotic to completely what's the word I'm looking for? Not disown, but disregard a game based off of its visual representation, but it actually angers me to look at. And like I know people did that with the Wind Waker, like we're like, ugh. Oh, me too. That's exactly what me and Brandon said when we got to that guy. Quite honestly, you know what I think they should do for the next Smash Brothers game? I think they should scrap everything they've done for Smash Brothers up to this point and build it from the ground up. And I'm talking like the characters. Build the characters from the ground up. All of them. Across the board. I almost think they have to. Because they can't port Smash Ultimate to the next console. They just can't. There's fucking no way that all of these licensed properties are going to travel to their next console. I just don't see that happening. And I mean, what are they gonna do for the next Smash Brothers game? Honestly, what are they gonna do? Like, the big selling point for this one was that everybody's here. Well, everybody's not gonna be there in the next one. So, I don't know. I think they should start fresh. I think it would make it a way more intriguing game to approach, as opposed to just doing the same old, same old. I say a lot of this because Ganondorf needs a refresh. Oh yeah, Ultimate is leaps and bounds my favorite Smash Brothers game. It feels the best to play. But I've said this many times, it's simultaneously my least favorite and my favorite Smash Brothers game because it feels the best to play, but the balancing is the fucking worst. But I agree. That being said, if they wanted to use the engine again, I'm down with that. But like Mario using FLUDD, why? Fucking Mario Sunshine came out in like 2003. Can we update Mario's moveset, please, to be more representative of the games that he does now? Like Mario Odyssey's moveset could be incorporated, like his little rolling thing could become his new dash attack. The fucking throwing Cappy could be used as his side B. Like, we could do all kinds of new shit with these new games. Samus is another one. Samus woefully needs a redesign. She's no longer this, like, super fucking heavy, tanky, giant, heavy character like she has been. And they have gradually made her faster as she has appeared in her more recent titles. But she's so much more acrobatic in her games than she is in Smash Brothers, and I think they need to make that representative in Smash Bros. As well. Game & Watch, Sonic Steve actually ruined the tournament scene. People just don't watch tournament to see those top three. Sonic sucks in Smash Brothers, and I hate that he sucks in Smash Brothers. Sucks as in he's busted, not sucks as in he's a bad character. Like, if you get somebody that knows what they're doing with Sonic, it's a chore to fight them. That's just the only way to say it. It's a chore to fight them. I saw an error in my tiled background here. It's been fixed. I mean, let's... to be fair, a good portion of Sonic's moves are the spin dash. Like, he does several different variations on the spin dash. But yeah, they need to do something to refresh the game, and I think, like I said, scrapping all of the characters and starting fresh is the way to go. We have been using the same setup for the original Smash 64 roster since Smash 64, aside from Ganondorf. Luigi may have gotten some updates, but like Mario has been the same with some small tweaks here and there since Smash 64. The only thing that really changes between games is the speed at which these characters play. Like their weight, their acceleration, those sorts of things change, but their fundamental movesets have not. They have been the same for a very, very long time. A good chunk of Sonic's moveset is spin dashing, but when you look at someone who like Mario used to be Jumpman, he does a lot more than jumping. I know Sonic got a legacy, but it's not used. I 100% agree. 100% agree. I have no arguments with that. Because you're right, there's tons of different content to pull from for Sonic for a moveset. Anything from video games to comics to movies. So, yeah. And I'm wondering, with the success of the Sonic movies, which is awesome to see, by the way. The Sonic franchise, if you don't know, has officially, the Sonic series, like the movie, the trilogy that we have, has officially grossed $1 billion in the box office. That's a huge win. That is awesome. It's really cool to see that the Paramount and this studio behind the movie are reaping the rewards for listening to the fan base for Sonic the Hedgehog. It's almost unprecedented, and it's just really, really, really cool to see that they're getting their just desserts. I want to put... Yeah, I'll put a little thing here and be like, hey, congratulations, good job reaching the end of the stage. There's the end sign. See, like, I got the end goal sign idea from Mario World specifically. Like, if you ever notice, at the end of every single Mario World stage, there's always a little sign with an arrow. And I think it's a good idea. Lets the player know that there's the end. Good job. Alright, enemy placement. Well, what do we want to do with enemies here? Definitely want to put some starfish jackasses here. These are totally not starfishes from Sonic. Do not question that. There's reason. Though, if anyone needs to look at it, honestly, Though, if anyone needs a look at, it's honestly the Links. All of them use similar moves with different properties, with very little use of the games each version of Link was ripped from. Right. Yeah, kind of. I don't know. Link plays how Link should play, in my opinion. I don't know. He kind of just... That's how I would imagine Link plays in a Smash Bros. Game. I could see, for sure, them incorporating some of the different, like, items that the different games has, maybe. So yeah, I guess I understand what you're saying. There's definitely different items and different abilities that Link has throughout his many different games. And, like, the Wind Waker Link has different items than, like, the fucking Majora's Mask Link or the Twilight Princess Link. So yeah, I understand what you're talking about. There's always a reason There's a reason I always build in Super Mario World, then play Mario Maker 2. When I play Mario Maker 2? Why is that? There's a reason I always build in Super Mario World when I play Mario Maker 2. Yes, what is your reason? As Breath of the Wild. Yeah, no use of spirits. You could deadass use Rivali's Gale for a recovery. Totally could. Absolutely could. Or how cool would it have been, since they used the Breath of the Wild Link, how cool would it have been if they would have incorporated some of the many different weapons that Breath of the Wild Link obtains throughout his game? Eh, you know, you're right. The Links need a refresh. The whole original cast from Smash 64 needs a fucking refresh. Let's just be honest. They all need to be refreshed. Especially if we're going to continue down the path that the DLC has set. With all these, like, fucking hyper modes and super meters and all this other shit that they've added to the game that the original roster just doesn't fucking have. Which immediately puts them at a disadvantage. Super Mario World is just aesthetically pleasing to look at, and mechanically, it's high skill ceiling. You can spin and pick throw items, allows for more interesting designs without wall jumps. I agree. If I'm making stages in Mario Maker 2, it's always in Mario Maker World, or Super Mario World. It's just by far my favorite one to use. Occasionally, I'll mess around with the Super Mario World, or Super Mario 3 theme, but I almost never touch the new Super Mario Bros. Or the original NES Mario Bros. I really don't like the new Super Mario Bros. Theme. I think it looks like shit. Everything looks like plastic, and I just don't like it. Alright, so enemies. Don't want to put any next to this door, because if you go in this door, and then you're like, hey, you know what, I don't want to go in this door, and you come out, you take a cheap shot by an enemy, and I don't want to do that. So what I'll do is I'll put this guy here, and you should be safe because the tridency throws go in an arc, so should be fine. Definitely gonna put a couple guys here though. These tridents. Nope, wrong one. Which Super Mario World is, yeah. Which hope you and Brandon can beat that lava level. You got screwed by your cheese. I mean, I'm having a ton of fun trying to find ways to get through that stage the unintended way. That's just, you know, it's just what I will enjoy doing when we play co-op. We do that to legit Mario games too, so don't like take offense to us trying to find cheese in stages, man. It's just how we play co-op Mario. Like, if you watch or if you remember any of the things we did for Mario Wonder, it's like we absolutely cheesed sections of that game because co-op. Even though they got rid of the ability to jump off of each other's heads, we still found ways to use the co-op to cheese shit. I don't know, it's just what we do. And like I said, it also kind of makes it a little bit more interesting for people who haven't ever seen their stage played with 2 players before. Because things happen that you wouldn't have thought about, you know? I think it's a good idea, damn it! Okay. Let's give it a test, shall we? Shut up, song. Come on. Did I hit the save button instead of the launch button? I do that occasionally. I'm so, it's such like a muscle memory thing for me to hit the save button at this point, which is probably a good thing because let's just be real, losing progress fucking blows. Alright. If anything, I was amazed at your gameplay. The fucking strat to getting the spike to open the pipe early, skipping an entire section of the level was insane. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. It's fucking awesome, dude. It's so much fun. Like, we have both been very much enjoying the co-op Mario streams. They're silly. Oh shit, Vectra totally can get up here. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, totally safe right here. Unless you jump straight into his trident. Like a dumbass! I was so happy when we found that too. I was like, ha! Yes! Success! No, my bullets don't go far enough. No, fuck you. I hate these guys. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait for those to despawn. No, it was out of range! Yeah, fuck you! Yes! Oh, this is perfect. I wanted this section here to be kind of annoying. Not annoying, but definitely a challenge. And I think I succeeded. Ouch. Yeah! 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 I just died playing my own game. Yikes. I mean, we're getting to the later section of the game. We're definitely past the halfway point of this at this point in the game. So for it to be a little bit challenging is probably a good thing. I'll tell you what, it might be one of the hardest things to do in game development, in my opinion, is to balance difficulty well. Making a balanced difficulty is not easy. Making a difficulty that gradually ramps up in difficulty is also not easy. Because what you don't realize before you get into the game development is that everybody has different skill levels. And you're trying to make your game accessible to as many people as possible while still being challenging for, like, the average player. But not too challenging, but just challenging enough that it's fun while being rewarding. It is not exactly easy to do. FromSoft, I think, does a fairly good job of it. Sometimes. Elden Ring is I think a good step in the right direction for them. I mean, really, I think the only thing that keeps me from playing through any of the other Dark Souls is that they are linear. If they were open world, I would probably love every single Dark Souls game. I see you, and I raise you one charged bullet. There's one stage I'm interested in seeing when Brandon try. Remember that cloud level where at the end you had to beat 5 challenges in a row in one life from a checkpoint? I can't say that I do, honestly, off the top of my head. I've played a lot of Mario Maker stages. If I'm being honest with you, the only 2 stages of yours that I strictly remember are the... No, 3. There's 3. You made one that Brandon hated. That was the the charge sound effect is still playing. That'll have to get fixed. You made a stage in Mario Bros. 3 that he that he was stuck on forever. And it had, I think it was like the cloud theme playing for the whole fucking stage. There's a clip of him completing the level on the channel somewhere. Because I think the live stream died or something. And I kept a recording going so that we could at least show that Brandon did indeed beat the stage. I redeemed myself, did I? I think this is a very good opening stage theme song. Oh, this fucking guy. So, originally, this game's story was going to be that Vectra is part of a police force, and that, like, this criminal had taken over, yes, that level, all the police's, like, autonomous weaponry and had sent it out. So there's this little bit of, not a discrepancy, but a bit of a disconnect with some of the enemy designs, because some of them look like they belong in a police force and some of them look like they don't belong in a police force. I don't know. Like these guys here, they're part of the original idea. But I like their design so much I don't want to change it. These things also were meant to be something like that. Kind of like moving spikes for your cars. Which is honestly shocking to me that they haven't invented yet. Why isn't there, like, a remote control fucking spike strip that police can drive underneath somebody's vehicle while they're eluding and fleeing police? I mean, it would probably be hard to do, but you could fucking mount a camera on the front of it and have, like, the passenger controlling it remotely. Why not? Why not, dude? I feel like that would end a lot of police chases a lot safer. And you wouldn't have to have a deputy risking his life to throw a fucking spike strip out onto the street to stop some jackass. I'm actually looking for the graphic I made for Ethan. And I don't remember which part it's in. So I'm just playing this level like, you know, whatever. I don't think this is the level either. Definitely not. Definitely not the stage. I'll find it eventually. It has to be in here somewhere. It's one of these 4. I had a 25% chance of picking the correct part the first time. Oh, it is definitely this one. I know where it's at now. I did it again. I died again on the first level. Oh, man. Can I get to it from this door? Yes. Yes, I can. Yeah, fuck your trash cans. So, I think if I drop down here... There he is! E the Menace! It was worth adding, for sure. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but this game honestly is quite fun to play. It's simple, but fun. Simple, but fun. If only I could find a way to make it more, not rewarding, but, what's the word? Not rewarding, not engaging, more satisfying to destroy enemies. That'd be awesome. But I don't know what else to do. I've got like little explosion particles that come out and bounce across the thing. It sends out fucking stars to collect. It makes the screen shake just a little bit. There's an actual explosion. Points come out. Like, there's a lot that happens when you kill an enemy. But it's just not as rewarding as I want it to be, or satisfying is the right word to use. So, yeah. This is one of the first songs I wrote for this game. Let's fight a boss. Vectra Adelina's board. There is indeed a story in this game. These two have history. But I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to play the game for yourself. I'm kind of just skimming through this, looking for spelling errors and grammatical errors. This boss is actually hard as fuck, dude. And I don't actually remember the attacks I gave him, so this could be interesting. And I have 0 upgrades, so yeah, that's also kind of fun. I mean, so far it seems pretty straightforward. It's been probably about a month and a half or so since I've made this guy, and I haven't fought him since. Okay, so he just does the 2 different lasers. That's not too... Oh! That's right, they start moving! Ah, and he does the thing where he gets all electric-y and, like, tries to... Okay. It's all coming back to me. Like boomerang. Now, should the magnet shield make it so that you don't take damage from the lightning? Potentially. Ah! Shit. Eh. Damn it. I wasn't sure which direction he was gonna go. Fucking die! Boom! But that was fun. Alright, ladies and gentlemen! Dude, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for dropping those likes. If you're watching this on demand and you haven't subbed to this channel yet, probably a pretty good idea. We do stream pretty frequently, and we have a good time doing it, and we would like to see you join us for some of those live streams. That being said, that is going to conclude this episode of The Gathering Hall. And I will hopefully see you guys sometime during this week. If not, Friday for sure. I think we're playing Smash Brothers. I haven't confirmed that with Brandon yet or not. Sometimes he just isn't in the mood for Smash Brothers, but if he is, Smash Brothers Friday. If not, then we'll play something else. But definitely Friday will be our next stream, without question. So, if I don't see you at some point during this week, I will see you Friday for sure. Till then, guys, take care, have a good night, stay warm. It's cold as shit here in the States. I will speak to you again very, very soon. Later, everybody.